Blog Talk Radio.
Hey guys, welcome to tonight's show. It is June 29th. I had a brain freeze. 2017. Welcome. If you're listening, oh my God, my brain is going. I'm so excited. It's our second year Podversary, anniversary, whatever. So I'm excited. We already sipping, so we kind of celebrate. So guys, you want to say hi?
What's going on, people? Cheers. It's our 2-year anniversary. You know what I mean? Come celebrate with us.
Right.
What up, though? It's Willie Styles. Definitely happy to be here on the anniversary show. Hope everybody enjoyed the show and call in for sure.
Yes. If you are listening right now, you are on blogtalkradio.com/GST radio show. If you want to call in and toast our celebration or just give us some words of encouragement or tell us what you thought about our show for the last 2 years, if you have been an avid listener, call in. Phone number is 657-383-1155. I think we're going to, disregard the rule of the 10:15. So if you call in before 10:15, you coming in on the show. That's what we're going to do tonight. You can also tweet us at, huh?
I said that's a bet.
Right? And if you are on Twitter and you want to shout us out on Twitter, at GST_radio, using the hashtag PodversaryGST. Definitely see those tweet you guys out. We'll talk about it on the actual show as we're going. So, how was y'all week?
My week was, it has been full of ups and downs, to say the least. But it's all good. I can't complain at all. I've just been working out, getting my body right. You feel me? So other than that, same old business as usual.
Yeah, Clinton, MIA. I'm breaking up with you. Willie?
Well, I've had the most amazing week right now. I'm on my second vacation this week. South Africa, and I had went out to Florida this past weekend to go visit with a very special person in my life, and just been having a great time. Had a great time doing that. Came back this Monday night and got right up Tuesday morning to take the kids down here to Myrtle Beach. So we're enjoying that right now. Tons of stuff down here in Myrtle Beach to do. So the kids are having a ball. I'm having a good time seeing them happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's been an awesome week. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say about that. It's been great.
That's
right.
That's the stuff.
I hate Willie. Willie always goes somewhere.
Yeah, Willie's still on the move. Willie
yes, I need to go be a part of it. I enlisted being a part of the Willie Styles family.
Everybody always want to get adopted, man. Wait. No, there's chores over here though. Y'all don't play. If I adopt you, you going on the chore list. Forget that. You're going on the chore list. I got stuff for y'all to do. We got floors to scrub, walls to wash. It goes down. You got to earn these vacations. You got to earn these.
You got to earn them.
I know that's right. Well, my week it's been a busy one. Y'all know with one of my coworkers going out for a month, I'm picking up her slack, so I'm learning her people, doing all her stuff, because, I do leave, family leave, and all that stuff, so I deal with all that stuff. But she got a lot of people that's out, so I got to deal with a lot of shit. So I'm taking on all that. The kids, this was their first week out of school. They were bored. So today I actually took them to the Discovery Museum down in Cherry Hill. They had a ball. I had a ball, too. I'm childish, so I was in there having probably just as much fun as they was. I went down with my son, the ABA teacher, because he was working on his behavior out in public. He had one meltdown, but nobody looked at him like he's crazy. He kind of slipped out a little bit because he didn't want to leave the Legos. But you got to leave the Legos. We got other stuff to see. You can't stay here all day. We had an argument. He kind of kicked me. I had to look at him sternly and put my finger at him like, don't do that. You can kind of sidetrack him. He fell in love with a bear that he couldn't have. I had to replace it with a $19 bear. I swear them gift shops are a setup. It is what they are.
Oh, yeah, definitely a setup.
Yeah, like they right there. Like you can't avoid it. Like, boom. I'm like, I had to buy him something so he could put down the toy that he wasn't supposed to take because it was for the museum. So, that's but other than that, I had a great week. I just got some not so great news. I'm just praying for the best with my family. So y'all know me. Pray for my family. My little niece is going through something right now. Her mom is like not really knowing how to process what's happening because she just had her like not even a week or two ago. So just put some prayers up for her.
Gotcha.
Ain't too much you can really say to somebody about their child, especially when they hear news they don't want to hear. But hopefully, she going to the right hospital. She's going to get stuff looked at. So hopefully, it's something that we could kind of work through as a family and be there for my sister. So.
Gotcha. Prayer.
Babies they come as well. They just got here. They just trying to be here. So
Exactly. She'll be strong. She'll make it.
Yeah, she. And it was funny because when my grandma passed, we came up with this hashtag called Kelly Strong because my grandma raised me strong. My grandma had 4 girls and 1 boy. Yeah, 4 girls and 1 boy. So it's just like my mom. And so she raised some strong. She was like strong women, and our moms raised us to be strong women as well. And like not just us women, but our male cousins and our uncles. We were raised to be strong people, so we always use the hashtag Kelly Strong. So that's what we're gonna put up here because she, even though her last name is her father's name, she still is a Kelly, and we're gonna be Kelly Strong.
Back up. That's what's up.
But that's how big, it kind of like took me by surprise. I got the call right before we did the podcast, and I'm like, how you get information you can't really process it, and you just taking it in. It's like one of those moments. But like now, I'm really like, wow, damn, like I don't know what to say to her because, it's I don't know. I can't compare it to when I found out my son was autistic, but it's kind of like you get hit with information that you're really not prepared to hear, and you got to process it, and then you got to act on it. So it's like similar to that extent.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just going to put some prayers up for her and everything. So definitely, guys. But we're not going to really dwell on the sad and, that type of news. We want to be happy tonight, so we're going to celebrate. It's a celebration for the podcast. We've been going 2 years strong. If y'all been following us, we was, June 2015. I started with just a thought. Not to kind of put emphasis on myself, but I came up with J-Ro, Jabril, and was talking, and I was like, I want to do a radio show. A lot of people tell me on my blog that I should do a radio show because people want to hear what I want to say. Plus, I got people in mind that I want to be a part of this thing, so I kind of pulled a couple people in. I pulled Clint in. We had Kenya, also the other Red, we had her on. She was the host for a good while. Now we got Willie. He's a great host, too. We appreciate all those who are a part of Team GST Radios. I want to just say to you guys now, and future hosts and current hosts and past hosts, thank y'all for looking at what I wanted to do and, making it happen and being a part of it as 100% or as much as you can give to it and what you have done so far and what you're going to do for the future. I'd like to thank you all for being a part of this because it's a lot.
Yeah,
it ain't easy.
And hopefully there are no other future hosts, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think I agree because I like the chemistry. I like how it is. We don't always agree.
Right.
We have our different opinions of how we do things. We have our different thought process, and when we have these whatever discussion we're having, we get to see things from each other's side point of view, and that's the part I like the most because you can kind of take from not that we had to argue, but okay, so this is Clint's point of view, and you either going to agree with it or you're going to just let me tell you this from this perspective. Maybe you'll think about it differently. So we kind of challenge each other, and it's in a good, healthy way.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, the dynamic is great. The chemistry is great. And what we're doing here is a beautiful thing. So I think it's a great combination. So
and the feedback is amazing.
It definitely has grown leaps and bounds from. I think I came on probably the 3rd or 4th show. Yeah, and from beginning to now, presently, we definitely have grown leaps and bounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so
great
too.
Shows. Yeah, we have some great shows that people still mention to me.
Yeah, and it was a learning experience from the beginning. Like we're still learning about a lot of stuff, and like as we learn with each other and we grow, and like our thought process is crazy because you know how you think about something like, yeah, let me tell you this is my ideal, and it's like, oh no, I thought about that too, and it's like, oh really? Okay, we on the same way. Because it gets to that point that chemistry is like, it's not fake, it's not phony. Like, and that's what I like. A lot of people give the feedback to me. They're like, y'all so honest, y'all real, y'all uncut. Y'all feel like y'all got a good rapport. And I'm like, yeah, because I don't want us to be like stifled and, you know, just like we can't communicate or we always bumping heads. Like we could bump heads or we bump heads in a good way. And then we have our little petty moments, you know, we you know, we have our moments, but like it's not like we're just hostile to each other. It's real friendship. It's real.
Right. Yeah, you know, I was just having a conversation with somebody about that, and you know, they you know, I was saying how, you know, does it seem weird that we all can be agreeable at times about the same subject, and or you know, does it seem to be different? You know, because some shows, you go on some shows and you know, you hear them bickering and going back and forth, and you know, they mentioned that, you know, it's been cool that we actually, you know, could respect each other and be cordial and also have, you know, good, you know, whole conversations about these things without going off on the deep end with the bickering or the back and forth and disagreements, you know. And then I think the spice gets added because, you know, you have a Clint or even when J. Rowe will be, you know, a devil's advocate and kind of just throw in the extra little you know, second perspective or the alternative perspective, and then that'll allow us to have that other conversation or that conflicting conversation, and you know, during the talk. But for the most part, being able to have good, clear conversations, being able to be on the same page about some things, and just giving our different perspective, right? You know, because we're all different people, we all have different ideas and different ways of going about things. You know, I mean, me being a little bit older and feeling like, you know, there's a certain way I want to do things, and then Clint being, you know, more of that man's man who can say, hey, you know, this is how we supposed to do it, you know, and then you, Sonny, being, you know, a female, being able to give the woman's perspective on how things should be done. So I think we give our own little spin on things, so it makes it, you know, a little bit more cohesive.
Yeah. Like Sonny said earlier, it's been a learning experience as well, and I've learned from all of you. You feel me? I learned, and people called in. You feel me? Especially, I learned from, like, when we have our conversations about relationships or whatever. You know, it was a great dynamic because, you know, J. Rowe was married twice. You know what I mean? So, you know, everybody has their own different situations and can come from different perspectives.
Yeah.
So, and it's beautiful. And then some of us have more experience in other things than others. So that I can learn from Willie. You feel me? Willie can share his wisdom. You know, like I have one child. Y'all have multiple child. So, you know, that's a difference.
Yeah.
But when we talk about raising kids, you know, I still learn from y'all because, especially Sonny, because, you know, the age difference in her kids, and then, you know, how we talk about her son. Our son is autistic, and how she's dealing with that admirably, I might add. Wow. You feel me? Yeah. So I've learned from that.
Yeah.
You know, that. You know, and I take that with me. You feel me? Like, I don't just, like you said, like, it's genuine with me. You feel me? You know what I mean? So sometimes, even so, like you said, sometimes when we have conversations, I even go back, and when I listen to the shows, sometimes I challenge myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I listen to what I said, and, you know, I play the devil's advocate with myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Come from a different perspective, and I challenge what I said. And if I could break down what I said, even if I agree with it, even if I fully agree with my sentiment, I realize I may have to improve my argument.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or improve my perspective. You know what I mean? So I love it. I love it, especially going back and listen to old shows.
Now I got a question.
I mean,
shows. What would you say was your favorite show that either you was on, or that's your favorite show overall that you really had a good time and you took something from it and it was like the best, like your one you think was the best show that we had?
Go ahead first, Will.
Yeah. So the show like that I was on, that I think I really felt like it was well, I would say I felt like I was able to kind of like reach out and kind of teach people something, or not really teach people, but you know what I mean, kind of like impact people and really kind of put my perspective out there was the Chosen show, right? So we were talking about that subject about, are you chosen or did you get chose? I mean, it was a recent show, but that's one of the first ones to come to my memory because it was a great topic, and I feel like it was one where we spoke to a lot of people, and I think it was also a subject matter that most people don't talk about, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't think about when they're dating. They don't think about it that way, you know what I mean? They don't think about, are they dating somebody because of what they are getting out of it, or how they feel about, or how the person feels about them, and if they're just kind of rolling with the status quo. So it was one of those things that I think was one of those eye-opening topics. You know what I'm saying? I love eye-opening topics, and I know we've had quite a few eye-opening topics over the last couple of years. Unfortunately, I don't think I joined into the fold until about a year ago, unofficially, and then didn't really join the official cast until like a couple months ago. Really, like I mean, it's been a journey for me. But you know, I've been here experience. I've been in the background. Nobody heard or saw me, but I was in the background from day one. You know, I remember like Sonny said earlier. You know, when people said do a radio show, that was me actually. I mean, I want to just put that out there. That was really me. I think I hit her on Twitter. She might not have a tweet anymore, but I think I hit her on Twitter once. You should do a show, and I'll be on it. And then I didn't show up, but it's cool. It's cool. I came through anyway. In the end, I came through. I just want to make sure that I'm clear on that all this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for me and a couple other people on Twitter. So
yeah, definitely. You know who you don't have to shout out? My sister. We had her on a couple of shows because she's the one that introduced me into blogging to begin with. So she started me with she's like, you need to talk about what because you got a lot of stuff on your brain. You should be saying stuff, but it be true. And I'm like, yeah. So I started my blog, and I got a lot of people that was just me. I'm like, oh, people like what I'm saying, because I know I'm crazy. I say, y'all put me on outbursts. That's what I do. Like, I really got like a good amount of people that like what I was saying. And like, yeah, I believe you were one of the people that do. If I recollection for certain, I'm old now, so yeah, I do remember you said it to me. And like I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, I need to do this, and I don't regret that. Like I don't regret it at all. I think it was the best thing because I feel like what we're doing here, people are hearing us. They're liking the content. Is real, it's raw, and it's uncut. It's just our opinions on whatever the hell we're talking about, and people like that. They like the genuine opinion. They don't like the caught up in the media. So I got to say this because this is what I'm supposed to say. I can't say how I really feel.
Right. Now, I just want to point out. Okay, so for all of you who don't know, Sonny's, what was it called? What was the original blog called?
Spoken Words and Thoughts.
Spoken Words and Thoughts. So Sonny's original blog, the one thing that was special about Sonny's blog, I mean, it's still, to this day, it's kind of the same content, but one thing that was special about Sonny's blog is how real and raw she was with all of her content back then, and even as a new blogger, she kind of embraced the blog, I would say, lifestyle in terms of putting out the content, being real, being true to herself, right? And one thing I loved about her blog, and the reason I read it so often, was because she just pretty much put it out there. She didn't hold back. I mean, there was sometimes, I mean, to be honest, I cringed a couple of times reading her blog posts because she was so open and so raw with the information about her life, right? And I think that touches people because they say, when you can be that real, you're being honest. And a lot of people aren't honest nowadays, you know what I'm saying? So I think that
I'm mad I deleted that blog.
I know, and the content that was there was just so real. And when you talked about making this show, that was the number one thing that I was looking forward to, is that I knew that if you was going to put a show together, and I think, who was that we were doing the show with? Talisha was doing the show.
Yeah.
And and I think our guest, me and Jason was guest hosts on there like every week. We were on there every week. And so I was loving doing the blog talk thing. And then you were like, I'm going to do a show. And Felicia had just ended her show. So I was hyped because I was like, bet I'll come over there. I'll do my thing over on your show. But the thing that I was looking forward to was the realness of it. And you definitely didn't let us down, because that was the thing, is that, being able to speak to these subjects and not have to be PC about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about being PC. It's about just being true to yourself and being able to talk about these things. And then when you came up with the name Grown Folk Talk, it was like, yes, thank you. I knew this was going to be what you were going to put out. You know what I'm saying? What you were going to say, what you were going to do was going to be, all the way there. So, definitely this show has lived up to that expectation and more, mainly too because, the team itself has been dynamic. Back when it was, I'm sorry, I forgot her name, T. T was on the show, and J-Ro, and everybody was kind of like bouncing the ideas back and forth, talking about the subject. The show has always been, a real outlet for people, for not only you guys, but for people in general, I think. You may not hear the voices calling in, but we got the tweets coming back, the responses, the feedback. It's definitely something that people talk about, and they come back and say, hey, you know what, that touched me, or I feel you on that, or this is just what I was thinking, and I just hadn't said it. Things that you don't say at the water cooler because you want to keep your job for one, but then also you just don't know what the next person is going to say, but you know that it's being thought out there, right? So being able to come to a show like this and listen and hear that, it's good. It's huge.
Yeah. Well, definitely. What was your favorite show? Did I ask you that already? Because my brain just left real quick. It just left.
I think Clint's next. Go ahead, Clint. What's your favorite show?
I believe Anthony was on the show.
Oh, yes.
The Single Mother's Father's Day show, was it?
Yes, it was.
And yeah, that was between that one. It's hard for me to pick one because I really love the show me, Willie, and Jabril just did.
Yeah, I like that one too.
That one was so recent, but really last week. But that was like that's one of my favorite shows. But the Single Mother's Father's Day show to me was amazing. And I thought that conversation was good. Anthony was incredible when he came on the show.
Yes, because he came up with the idea that day.
Yeah, he was incredible. And then one of the things that we used to do that I wanted us to get back to is when we talk about the autoimmune diseases. Those type shows. Remember when we did the show on the autoimmune diseases?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like doing those type shows too because those shows about health, and those are some of our best educational shows. When we not only educate people, we educate ourselves. And I thought the show we did, you just mentioned your son's ABA instructor, the show she was on.
The autism show.
I was just about to say that was the autism show that was phenomenal because we gave out so much information, talked that whole thing through. That was huge. That was a big show.
We didn't even have an after show for that one. That was just straight through.
Yeah.
But that was a great show too.
Yeah,
now,
we had a lot of great shows. Those are my top three.
Yeah. Well, see, I would say my favorite show is The Comfortable in My Skin. Because yeah, and I was telling Willie this when we talked about when we had our the meeting, the little discussion we had about like the podcast moving forward, and I was like, that show really hit home for me, and it was my favorite because like not only because my sister was on it, but because how we kind of open each other's eyes to a certain extent. Because, with the light and dark-skinned people, like I was the lightest person in my household. We got a family of dark-skinned folks in my house, and I'm the only yellow one. So we had our own issues within the house. And I felt like in my own house, people thought I was better than them, and that wasn't the case. And my sister always, like, she felt how, like, dark-skinned girls feel. Oh, you think you better, blah, 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 stuff like that, whatever. And she didn't know that I felt some type of way because of that. And I said that to her. I was like, well, just because I'm light-skinned does not make, I don't feel like I'm inferior to dark-skinned girls. I don't feel like I think I'm all that. I don't feel that way. But I felt like I had to deal with it outside. Now and then I had to deal with it in my own home. Like, how does that, happen? We're sisters. Mm-hmm. And so she said, oh, I didn't know you felt that way. And so I think we grew up in the same house together. So I think that was an eye-opener for us in our sister relationship because we're real sisters. It's not fake. It's not for Facebook. It's not for the podcast. I think that's my real blood sister, same mom and same dad, and we grew up in the same house. And it's like she didn't know I felt that way, and we're living in the same house. So it was like a wow for us, and it made her understand why I was the way I was. And but like I said, I always understood because you talk about I grew up in a household with dark-skinned girls or different shades. Right. So I understood their plight, but at the same, and my mom is dark-skinned, so I understood their plight. But I always feel like we're all the same. We all need to come through in our own skin. We don't need to feel inferior of each other. We're the same. So that was like my number one show that I loved. The Single Mother Father's Day show. It was funny because when I was talking to Willie, I was on my little date, but me and him, after I hung up with Willie, me and him had a conversation about the Father's Day show. He asked me my take on it, and I said I took a lot from that show because I was a single mom. I raised my daughter by myself. Her dad was, when he felt like being a dad, he was a dad, but for a long time he wasn't, so it was just me. And I said for a long time, I celebrated Father's Day because I felt like it was my right. I was raising her by myself, and her dad didn't have no help, so happy Father's Day to me, happy Mother's Day to me. And I said when we did that show, not even before that show, I said when I had my son, me and my son's father had to have several conversations because I was so used to a deadbeat parent that I didn't know how to let him be a dad because I was so used to, I didn't allow him to be a dad like he was wanting to be because I was so used to not having a father figure around my kids, And me and him had struggles over that, and now I finally, by the time we did that show, I understood how he felt. And when you guys talked about that on that show, I understood how you guys felt because I had that conversation with my son's father. And it's like, and then when I'm talking to the guy I'm dating now, he had that conversation with me too, and he's like, yeah, I'm not a dad, but that's kind of disrespectful. And I said I understood that after we had that show, or prior to, but I'm glad we had that show because it opened my eyes to how good dads, because like he said, like y'all said, Father's Day represents good fathers. So celebrate the good fathers. Don't always go bashing on Father's Day. This is why I posted on the Father's Day now from that point on, happy Father's Day to all the good dads and left it at that. I don't got to talk about my dirty dad not being around. He knows he's not around, so I don't got to say it to nobody else. Anybody that knows me knows that he's a pop-up. So I don't need to go on Father's Day and say, oh, well, deadbeat dads out here, blah, blah, blah. I don't need to do that. Happy Father's Day to the good dads. I tagged some people. Shout out to y'all. Y'all genuinely good dads. So that show was a big one for me. That was one of my second ones. My third one, I would have to say, of course, I'm going to say the Sunny's Lady Roundtable. That was a really excellent show. Well, females, we weren't male bashed, and we were having a genuine conversation about females as well as other things that related to females, child support, and things like that. And I'm glad we had Kiana. She deals with welfare. She deals with child support, so she knows a lot about the system. So that was good too. It was a good show all around.
Oh yeah, that was an awesome show. I even showed up on that show. It was awesome.
Yeah,
and it was no mailback.
Yeah, I listened.
I stopped all that. I made sure they didn't do that. It was a good show. They definitely stayed on topic. It was a lot of great topics flying around on that show, and it was just another eye-opening show, right? Everything that we do here, we try to do it in a vein of teaching, learning for ourselves as well, and also kind of trying to impact those around us. So I think it was another great show that we did. And I definitely want to shout out since I know you didn't do 3 phases, I just did 1, but I'm gonna shout out the last show, the Fellas Round Table, and definitely shout out to the others, Jabril, He came on the show and just crushed it.
Willie did enough talking about that one.
I can't. I was telling my friend about it. I was like, look, she even listened to it, but she was like, yes, he was really going to say. I was like, no, you don't understand what this man did. This man came on the show and crushed it. We had an outline, and he drove us all the way through the outline, and then some, and made it happen.
Yes.
Jabril calls in quite often. He's our another one of our great listeners who call in all the time and definitely have something to share. But to come on the show and really kind of just kind of take off into the format, into the process, right, and just kind of nail it and really teach us a couple things, about the process. And then one thing, definitely going to take a page from that is being able to truly drive the show content, segue into each topic. But anyway, it was wonderful. We had a great conversation. Lots of things that we talked about there, and we really we really crushed it. We hit every topic. We definitely talked everything through. Clint was doing his thing. I was doing my thing. Jabril was driving. It was man, that show was definitely number one in the book.
Yes, you guys definitely did your thing on that show. I listened to it. I didn't catch the end of it because my son is a psycho. I can't be away from him too long. But I did catch the majority of the show. I will listen to it once I post it on SoundCloud. It's not there yet. But definitely, you guys did an amazing job. I liked the flow. The flow of the conversation was definitely on point. The topics were great. I liked how y'all talked about you guys' Father's Day and what you did. Clint, I thought it was real cute. You said your daughter was like just, holding you down.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, man. That's what
I like that.
I couldn't ask for nothing. Everybody think about elaborate gifts or doing, special things, cookouts or whatever. But, just the fact that my baby was like, I'm going to just lay on your back, Daddy, because your back hurts. You know what I mean? That meant the world to me right there. You told me, like I can't get, those moments like that are priceless.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you can't even really explain it, but put a word to it. You feel me? And I don't even think she realized what that meant for me because she wasn't thinking about no Father's Day or none of that. She just did it. You know what I mean? Because Daddy was hurting. You know what I mean? That meant so much.
Right.
Feel me?
And that's the type of bond, and that's the thing I talk about on the show too, like how important it is for the guys to be a part of the family, like bringing them back into the family because they're like fathers are important. Being without a father affects people, whether they want to say it does or whether they say it doesn't. It does. I know my dad was missing majority of my whole life. He popped up when I was grown. It was too late for him to be a father, like in a manner of raising me, because I was already grown by the time he got to me. So I missed out on him. I wanted that relationship of daddy-daughter situation. I wanted that. And it's just like our relationship is it's weird. We bump heads a lot because like I think he still looks at me as if I'm this kid that was back when he got locked up and I'm not. I'm a grown person, so I don't think he knows how to fix it. And it's like you don't have to fix it, just be here. But it's so important for them to be present. And then when they're not present and when you choose to be present, you have to be consistent. And for the fathers that's there, y'all know. Y'all know. Little things matter. Being there for a softball game, if they crying, just hugging them and telling them it's gonna be all right, that matters. And so it affects the boys just as much as it affects the girls. We go through our things. Like even my daughter, I told things my daughter all the time. But at the end of the day, I love her. She irked my soul entirely, but I love her, and she knows at the end of the day, I'm always gonna be there. Kids need their parents, whether y'all together or not. They need both parents. They need y'all.
Yeah. Talk about irking souls. I told my daughter 4. I told her plenty of times, listen, if you was a grown ass man right now, we would be fighting. You feel me? Like, but kids get under your skin. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's like my daughter, she kind of knows she got me wrapped around her finger a little bit. So, I let her slide.
Not a little bit, a whole lot.
You know what I mean? So, just a little bit. You feel me? She try to push the limit. you know, and when you know, y'all know how it is. When kids push the limit, boy, be like, listen, man, listen, stop making me get you right now. You know, that's the funny part about being a parent to me, because you know we all post the good things on social media. You know, the nice pics. You know, we talk about the good times or whatever, out to eat or whatever. But as a parent, you know, when them kids will wreck your nerves to the core.
Yes, my daughter. Today we was in McDonald's and she was like, Mom, oh my God, I asked her to go from the food and I was saying something to the girl. Oh my God, like who's talking to you? You're over there waiting for food. Shut up. Like don't even and then if I start yelling, oh my God, you're being extra. No, leave me the fuck alone. I was just trying to order food. Like, why are you talking to me? Why are you about to piss me off now? When the people, then you're going to get that and talk to you. And then you're going to have the ball of face and walk away from me, catch your attitude. I'm being extra, you being extra. We both being extra. Like, just leave me alone. Sometimes it's okay to be quiet, you know. But I was like, number before we continue on. And then, Willie, I'll let you go. Number is 657-383-1155. I'm sure I already know that, though, if you're listening. Go ahead, Willie.
Mm-hmm. No, that was me, but I wanted to ask a question.
Oh. Go ahead.
Out of all the shows we did, which topic do you feel like we need to go back to? You know what I mean? Or just personally for you or all of us? You know what I mean? Which topic do y'all feel like we got to go back and touch on that?
Oh man, I mean, for me, I mean some of the social stuff, just because it's still relevant. It's still pertinent, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. From the discussions about the police brutality stuff to the single parent stuff. So, I mean, anything to do with the social stuff. You know what I mean? Anything to do with the social or the
because it's always relevant.
Stuff. I think it's important because it's always relevant, right? It's always stuff that's going to be touching us. I can't think of the name of the show. But there was a show we did that was like, actually it might have been 2 parts. As a matter of fact, already might need a third. But you know, we were talking about different things that were going on with being a parent, and it was. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on the exact subject matter. But all I know is anything dealing with touching these young parents, getting these different. Discussions had about having the growth of the family. I mean that's important because it's always relevant, it's always important, and it's always something that has to be discussed. And in today's day and age, we know that people are struggling being good parents. I think of that. They're struggling being good parents because they just don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then they might not either have the guidance or the examples behind them to see, what a good parent is. So they're kind of doing this on winging it, basically winging it, trying to be a good parent.
Yeah, I agree. That's something we need to get back to.
Yeah, I think as much as this conversation has been discussed everywhere, I think the use of the N-word, definitely. I think we can always go back to that because there's so many levels how to approach that because we see recently, like I said, it's never going to change. That's never going to change. That people don't know people say the word, people still say the word. People that shouldn't say the word say the word. We always get the roundabout saying, well, black people say it, why can't we say it? Blah 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 blah. All that stuff definitely is. I think we should go back to that. I also think we should talk about. Remember we did the co-parenting show and the role of the step parents and the partners.
Yeah.
I think that was a great show, but I think that's something we can approach again, maybe from a different angle, but maybe just bounce off of what we already touched on.
Get deeper with it, elaborate more on it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's a big deal. You got parents that are together, not together. You got new parents walking in, or girlfriends and stuff like that, and people still have a problem with it, and it's a lot,
I think definitely agree with you. I was thinking that in my head too about co-parenting. I think we should. I think we kind of dropped the ball on the financial literacy. we had started. We did a show on it.
Oh yeah, what was it called?
Man, I was just
investing.
I can't think of
The investing.
Yeah, the investing.
Are you investing in Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was good stuff. We could elaborate more. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely should, because that's, to me, that's big for our community as well. Financial literacy, and
that's huge. Yeah.
So I know I really want to go back and really listen to that show and see where, some points we could elaborate on, some points we missed, and I really want to do a real good in-depth show on financial literacy. I'm talking about I'm going to really do some research on my end, and I feel like that'd be a dope show, because money talks. So when we talk about money, people want to listen. You feel me? Yeah. I'm pretty sure we all got our stories.
That show got 46 views on YouTube.
Yeah, I feel like for me personally, I could talk about how my identity was. I can get more in depth about how my identity was stolen, and how that affected my financial situation. On different taking homes.
Maybe even discussing how to fix that situation.
Exactly. Yeah, that'd be, yeah. So I would love for us to go back and how to live according to your means.
And how to live according to your means instead of living beyond your means. A lot of people live beyond their means and be struggling from paycheck to paycheck because they try to live for everybody else and not living for what they really can afford.
Mm-hmm. And vices kill us as well too. We all have vices, whether it be cigarettes, liquor, drugs, or whatever. How that affects your, your financial situation as well. Just spending money on stuff like that, stuff you don't need. Spending it before you even have it as well. And another show, and another thing. Remember when we did our show? I believe you was on this one too, Willie. Raising entitled kids.
I was just about to mention that. I was just about to talk about that one. I was about to say, like I think we need to talk about that entitled generation show, like that. I think it was called "Are We Raising the Entitled Generation?" That right there. And I think we hit on it on another show recently, and I was like, man, we really need to go back and talk to this, or talk about this situation, because I mean that's always relevant. You know what I'm saying? And it's more relevant nowadays because of just how kids are nowadays. So yeah, definitely. That's one of the good shows we need to talk to.
All right, well I got a question now. Now
I can't remember if what show it was, but there was a show late last year, and there was another show about a year and a half ago where we talked about, or where you guys talked about in relationship, compromising relationships, and then also communication relationship. And so, I mean, the biggest thing to me is I think we need to do a show probably coming up soon, really, is about, compromising communication in relationships, mainly communication, but compromising communication in relationships, because that's another one, that hits home, and as well as it's relevant all the time, is that, we got to have better communication, and, really touch on that. So that was another one.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
And the courting process,
the courting, yes.
We talked about the dating and all that, but I really want to really dive in specifically on the courting process.
Okay.
Because it's always like Sonny, for instance, you want a male to approach you a certain way.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think it's good to have that conversation, because I think now with technology and, we don't communicate face-to-face as much no more. I think that is the courting process on when you're talking, how to talk to a female, or how females talk to a male, like how to just start, that whole process. I think it's lost now because everybody going straight to the DM. You know what I mean?
Right, true.
You feel me? So I think we should, you know what I mean, what's the best way to court? You know, or how do you like to court, or how do you like to be courted?
Exactly.
You know
that's a good topic. It's a good topic.
Yeah. Hey guys, let me throw this in here real quick. For all the listeners out there, if you want to comment on on your favorite show from us, or your favorite topics or topics you think we need to discuss more, hit us up 657-383-1155. Again, 657-383-1155. Lines are open. All right. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think that's a dope topic. I definitely think, but we still got to do that one topic I told you we got to talk about. We got to talk about community property.
Oh, yeah.
I swear, y'all know. Let me tell you something. I recently witnessed to somebody who has grown attached. It's almost kind of crazy, going attached to some community property, and they think it's theirs, and it's not theirs. And I'm talking about borderline, tipping over the edge of crazy. You about to flirt with crazy. She flirting the straddling the borderline of crazy town. And I've been throwing out signals like community asset. Community asset. Don't do it. Don't do it. It belongs to everybody.
Right.
But you can't really tell nobody else don't want to be a part of that.
You gotta recognize who for everybody and who for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Catching hella attitude over somebody that ain't even yours.
Right, exactly. You know they for everybody. So, yeah.
Yes. So, guys, who is your favorite guest host on the show?
Oh man, you know me. I'm already voting for Jabril. Jabril for favorite guest host of all time. He puts it down. Well, I guess not after Willie Styles, because Willie Styles was the best.
Well, we can't. No, we can't say that you.
Jabril. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Sonny. Go ahead. Speak that.
No, I said we can't say our. Well, maybe we can. I guess I'm not gonna put a stipulation on it. Who you think is your favorite guest host?
Yeah, definitely. For me, definitely it was Jabril. You know, just because of what he did, what he came in and did. He wasn't nervous. He didn't ask no questions. He just came in and just worked. So I definitely got my vote in for Jabril. Who you think, Clint?
Hey, I'm gonna have to second that. I'm gonna have to ride with Jabril as well. You feel me?
All right.
Because at the end of the day, that's my favorite show.
Yeah.
I just think that conversation went so well, and then immediately the response I got from it, like, you know what I mean, as soon as I seen one of my boys, you know, he just popped up, man, I just got to listen to the show. That was dope. You know what I mean? Y'all really was talking about some stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, like, yeah, that's my favorite guest. So, but like I also mentioned earlier, a close second was when Roberson, Anthony, you know what I mean, that show with him, you know, the single mothers and Father's Day when he was on, you know, that was a dope show as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he was in tune. You know what I mean? He brought up some good topics. Like you said, that was actually his idea. You feel me?
Yeah, that was definitely a great show.
You know, I would say Willie, but Willie a
host now. That's what.
You feel me? So we can't even now. Willie a host now. So
that's what I'm going to say. I can't really
those
say.
Those are my two favorites.
That's
I earned this position, baby. I earned this position.
Yes. Hold on, I just want to get Willie on for the longest, though. Willie, you know I'm trying to get you on for the longest, so don't do that. I'll beat you up.
Yeah, she was.
I would have to say
she kept being on my head like, well, you need to stop playing. Just stop playing. I'm like, I know, but you know.
He's like, I got to get my life right. That's what he was saying. Nah, but definitely, Willie, I would say definitely you are my favorite guest host, even though you're not a guest host anymore. Willie would show up when somehow he just knew that we was one person short. Willie would be on the line. Like, Willie would be like, I'm on the line. Like, answer me. I'm not like a regular call-in. He was the absolute fave. The other Jabril, I loved y'all show with him. I like when he called, period, because he always had something to say. He's not just on the line, just taking it till he make it. He comes in and he's like, "What are y'all talking about? I wasn't paying attention." First of all, he's honest. Like, listen, I just got on. Like, what y'all talking about? And he dropped the knowledge.
Right. And he was dropped knowledge every time. The brother didn't need to know what we were talking about. He just knew he needed to say something. He just knew he needed to put it down. That's all.
Yes. But definitely, like, I like his energy. Like, he goes off. He's like me. He's like the male version of me. He goes off on a tangent. You can't stop him because it's too real. Like, this nigga, he said that. He said it. Like, he says it every time.
He's like, he always slide in like, so I know y'all got a show on right now. Just catch me up. Like, all right, catch him up, and then bam, and he just hit us with the meaning of life. Like, like, man, he's right. You 100% right. Like, man, every time.
Yes, we be at the end of the show.
He gonna call in today. He gonna call in today and be like, so what are y'all talking about? And then he's gonna hit it.
Oh man.
No, but he is an absolute one of. He's definitely one of the faves. So we made it unanimous. The other Jabril, you have officially made our MVP of the guest host / call-in. We appreciate all our callers. We got a lot of amazing callers. We got
I definitely want. Oh yeah. Yeah, the crazy guy, and then you know who else I want to shout out? I want to shout out Frank.
Yes.
I want to shout out Tonetta. He was a great guest host. I know Frank wasn't a guest host, but he's called in enough times. He definitely deserves a shout out. And then Kiana, definitely shout out Tonetta and Kiana. They definitely.
Yeah, I want to shout out my sister for being a part of the live of the show.
Oh yeah, and your sister. I know we talked about your sister already, but yeah, definitely shout out to your sister.
Yeah.
Put it down a couple of times on the show. 3 times, I think, actually, right?
Yes. Yeah, and shout out to Billy the Kid. He came on us a couple of times. His silly ass. He was a comedian. He came on 2 shows. And
yep.
Yeah, he was talking about the guy getting dragged off the plane. That was hilarious. He ain't right, but it was hilarious. It was hilarious. Shout out to BZ. He did our sundress and gray sweatpants. It's real, guys. It's real.
Yeah.
Shout out to my son's ABA, Char, for doing the autism show. Like, she be sleep. And I was like, listen, Char, you have to come tonight. Just be on the show. Like, I need you to look me in the eye and be on the show. Like, I told her, you don't have to come. Just be. And she did it. So that was, really, really, really sweet of her, because I know, people be tired. Nobody got time for us. But she made time, so that's definitely good. Who else came on the show? I'm trying to think of who else did we missing. Oh, when one of the podcast brothers, Jarrell, called in.
Yeah.
Talking on one of those, I forget which one it was because we didn't.
It was the show about interracial dating.
Oh yes. He definitely came through for that one and joining that one. Shout out to 12 Kyle. 12 Kyle be listening. He got his own.
Yes.
Yes, he be listening.
He be tweeting us. Yeah.
He be tweeting us all the time. And he be listening. He be tell you that show was good.
Yep.
Yes, he has his own podcast.
Yep.
And how can I forget? Talk It Out podcast, TK. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I call her KT. It's KT. Why do you call her TK so bad?
I know. I was about to say it's KT, not TK. It's KT.
You know I'm bad with names. It's not anything. I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. I'm just really bad with names. But KT came through.
Let on the head, not the heart.
Yeah, she came through with the show we talked about the religion and dating.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She came up with that one, so that's definitely shout out to her. So that podcast is amazing. I'm trying to think of who else I got. Oh yes, he's never called into the show. My shout out to my homie Tori. I forget what her name. You keep changing it to some crazy shit. I know you listen to the playback later, but shout out to you because he changed his shit to something he changed his name to so many different random shit. Ain't got time for him. You need to stick with one Twitter name and call it a day. But shout out to you. He definitely retweet when we post it, and he ain't listened to it later on the playback list. I believe he listens on YouTube, but still, he listens. So shout out to you.
Alex always
definitely.
calling.
Yes.
Alex calling. My boy.
AKA Dunk. We see you.
Faithful listener. You're a faithful listener.
I think we're gonna name everybody in a second here. We can't
forget nobody.
If we didn't name you, you know you're in our hearts. We got you. We got you. It's 10:55. Let's keep it moving.
So let's talk about what we got in store.
Yes.
The future.
Yeah.
Yes, we got a lot in store for you guys. We're going to try to do simultaneously at some point. We are going to do, so you can look at us as we do the podcast on Blog Talk Radio. So you will watch us and you will hear us. Video conference
then, showing our faces, showing where we at, showing what we doing, and really interacting with the people. So we're definitely looking forward to that.
Yes. We also talked about doing live questions of the day on our Facebook page.
Yes.
Willie wants me to be the face of that. I guess I don't know. But
yeah, definitely, of course.
Yeah, so we're gonna have the topic of the week. So we're gonna come up with a topic, post on our Facebook page. You guys can answer, and we could probably talk about it on the show at some point before we close out the night. What else are we talking about? We talk about a lot of things. Oh, definitely. Go ahead, Clint.
I want to, everybody know I do the interviews on my blog. So sometime in the future, I'm gonna try to get some people to also come on our radio show, and we're going to interview them on here as well. You know, they could join, and also they could join in on whatever topic we're talking about. You feel me? And I'm still working on, getting some poets.
Yes.
To come on the show so we can have a little poetry thing. Everybody. If you got bars, you can spit your little bars on here too. But I really want to.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a little cipher on here. Having some people come on here and put it down, have a little cipher, maybe do some clips. So definitely hit us up. Hit us up on our Twitter, on our Facebook, on our Instagram, whatever avenue or platform you want to hit us up. Let us know if you want to be on the show, if you want to do the interviews with Clint, if you want to spit your bars on the Cypher show. When I do the Cypher show, we're trying to make a platform and an outlet for everybody. And we definitely want to.
And we're actually working on. We're going to try to get together. So much stuff we're trying to do. We definitely want to work more on getting a lot of people to either guest host with us as well, like people that can promote us as well as we promote them and their business. Things like that. We're trying to help everybody that's going to help us.
Right.
It's all about promotion. It's all about getting more interaction from our listeners, those who follow on our many social media accounts. We're trying to get you guys to interact with us more frequently. Have that page popping every day with a random question or a topic or something, just so we can always get people feedback. I mean, we're talking about we're gonna have grown folk conversations and really have them about shit that people care about. So if you want to give us, if you want to talk about a topic, hit us up. Give us a topic to talk about. We'll talk about it on the show. That way we can give you guys something that you want to hear.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean every no topic is taboo. No topic is too much. We definitely want to talk about all the topics, and I think we've shown in the last 2 years that we can hit on a little bit of everything, and we can talk to everything. So we definitely have a perspective, opinion, and maybe even some knowledge to drop on it. And our guest hosts and our guest callers can definitely do that as well. So definitely hit us up with those topics.
Absolutely. What else are we working on for the future, though?
Like you said, the big thing is the video casting, right? We definitely want to do that, and then I think the interactions that's going to be huge. Being able to talk to the people on a daily basis, not just during the show, but after the show and during the week.
Yeah, definitely.
And we gotta let them know about the shirts we got too.
Yes.
I definitely gotta.
Yes, that's what we got. I gotta start another Teespring page. I'm gonna start up a Teespring page with our shirts with our logo on it. You guys can go in there and order. All proceeds will go to benefit the GSC Radio. to help progress with everything that we're trying to do. We got so many ideas. We're talking about last year we helped out with a book bag giveaway. We were giving away book bags. We bought 5 book bags and we donated them on behalf of GFT Radio. We filled them up. We want to do more. We want to do more like that for the community. We want to do stuff like that. We want to be able to do it again this summer too. So if you guys can help out with that, we're going to be trying to raise some money to buy more stuff and donate to this. Anthony Roberson, he did a good job last year getting our books back, so you want to be a part of that and help him more. So definitely that's something we're trying to do, and we're just trying to put the money where it's best useful at. I mean, we put a lot of energy into this podcast, put a lot of money into this thing, so we're trying to make it where it's beneficial to us and beneficial for you guys to listen to. Better listening quality, all that.
Exactly.
And all the information will definitely go on our website, which is gftradioshow.com. You'll be able to go onto that site, look up the T-shirts, buy a T-shirt, support us, and do things like that. It'll go on our Facebook page as well, or all our social media accounts. So you guys will be able to find us somewhere. If you're following us already, you already know where we're at, where you can find us, and where you can look for a shirt. We got them if you want to see what they look like. Go on our Facebook page. We all have shirts. We have our own custom shirts, and then we have the regular shirt as well. So definitely.
We're on after show now?
Yes, we are.
We're in the after show. Yeah, we're definitely in the after show. Definitely call us. We're still talking 2-year anniversary. Still talking about favorite shows. Talking about things we're trying to do next. People calling at 657-383-1155.
Yes. So, are you guys still drinking? Like, what are y'all drinking?
I'm sipping on some Svetka mango vodka, and I got a little bit of that mango peach V8 splash in it. I call it a Svetka splash, and it's going down super easy right now. I'm sitting on the balcony. I don't know if y'all can hear the crickets going and the wildlife doing this thing out here. I'm out here in Myrtle Beach vacationing in, so definitely it's a beautiful look. So yeah.
Well, Clint, we know you ain't sipping.
Yeah, I got me some what you call Mary Wanda.
Talking to your girl Mary, you kicking it with your girl Mary.
You cooking it with brown sugar.
Yeah, cooking it with brown sugar.
Baby. Oh, sorry, that's my.
Sipping on, son?
I'm sipping on Gallo Family Vineyard Pink Moscato. I just guzzled this whole fucking rest of this bottle. I don't even have any more. I got Bacardi, but I don't want to end up dead on the floor somewhere because I have to go to work in the AM hours. So I can't drink that anymore. I don't know.
Since we're in the after show, I want to, because we didn't get a chance last week to mention it. I want to give a shout out to my man Prodigy, rest in peace.
Yes.
Yeah, Mob. I literally grew up off them. Like that was one of my favorite groups of all time.
Right.
At the time, especially.
What's your favorite Mob song, or what's your favorite Prodigy song?
My favorite Prodigy verse is his verse on on the Hell on Earth album. It's a song called Apostles' Warning, and everybody go YouTube that song or find that song and listen. It's called Apostles' Warning. It's Prodigy. He killed that. It's like half spit, like 8 to 12 bars, and then was like Prodigy. Kill him.
Right.
It was between that one and another close second is Godfather Part 2. That's my G.O.D. Godfather Part 3, excuse me. That's what it's called, right? You know what I mean? Part 3. Yeah, Part 3. You know what I mean? That's my favorite. That's my second favorite. But my favorite Prodigy verse is definitely on Apostles' Warning.
Okay, for sure.
Nah, man. I had to get that. But that's also one of our callers' favorites, Alex. He was a diehard. I mean, like, he took that personally when Prodigy passed, and I really liked him as I got older because he was a big representative for sickle cell awareness, my sister got sickle cell. So like without Prodigy, a lot of people didn't even really know what sickle cell was. You feel me?
True that.
You know what I mean? Until Prodigy, to be quite honest. So, also, and that man was conscious. He had a lot of knowledge about politics. When you really do your research on P, man, P was more than just a rapper. He was more than just a rapper, man. Like he was talking all that stuff people talk about now, the Illuminati, and all the Rothschilds and all that. Prodigy was talking about that 20 years ago, man. Better.
Right.
That's my boy. I had to shout him out.
I can dig that.
Well, I definitely want to say, rest in peace to Prodigy. Definitely had an impact on a lot of hip hop heads, a lot of artists that are in the underground that are really trying to do their thing. And growing up in the late '80s, early '90s, mainly the '90s, that was the kind of the mob time period, and being able to listen to some of the things that they talked about. And the crazy part, like you kind of touched on, Clint, was that they were not your traditional gangster rappers, right? Because they were conscious, because the thing was they had a message, and the message, be it what it was real and it hit home. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times, we were listening to that and we were taking from it the message, and we're taking the lessons from it, and to hear those young brothers doing that thing all the way back then, it was amazing, and I know I can't remember how many albums he did after Mob, or actually during and after Mob. I know he had like 5 or 6 albums that he dropped, and that was, it was an amazing thing too, because, Mobb Deep as a group was an amazing project, and to see Prodigy kind of grow from that and do his thing as a solo artist. HNIC, the whole series is just killer. The whole series is a killer. So it's one of those things that you always kind of can come back to and listen to and feel like the knowledge and the message is still relevant, it's still there. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
When he dropped Keep It Thorough off that H&I, man, I walked all over Trenton, man. I was everywhere, but I couldn't tell me nothing, man. That was my song right there. Keep It Thorough. What?
Yeah.
You talking that talk.
Right. So for sure. Rest in peace to Prodigy. Gone too soon. A lot of young brothers lately, gone too soon. It's a epidemic out here. This death thing, and definitely count your blessings out here, and just keep. Jabril talked about it last week, and I guess we all touched on it, but talked about it last week about the health as well, and being able to take care of yourself and bring yourself to a place where you can be. You can have longevity, and be able to be there for your kids, your grandkids, and so on. So, people take care of your health out there.
Well, I would say rest in peace to Prodigy as well. And my favorite was, of course, The Quiet Storm. That was first of all, the beat was sick as hell. And then just the flow of how they are. It was a really, really great one, and I don't think that's like one of the classics that everybody going to, soon that tune come on, they're going to just be rocking.
Quiet Storm, classic.
Yeah, that one I can hear that now, and I just be like, just zoned out, just chilling out. Like that was a dope ass beat. They did what they needed to do. They got they were crazy talented, so you can't take that from them. So
when you listen to his lyrics, like. Literally, his lyrics are so vivid. Like his lyrics are vivid.
Mm-hmm.
Especially back then, like he was just on another level. His lyrics are so vivid. Like you could feel in Quiet Storm. If you really listen to the lyrics, like you could feel his pain.
Yeah.
Like he was really telling you something about himself. Like you could feel his pain. Spent too many nights sniffing coke, getting right. Like. He was telling you some truth on that song. Wasting my life. Like like, oh man, like P up there with me, man. It's one of my favorites of all time. I felt some type of way. I really felt. I was on my porch, had my speaker at my door. Word is bomb. And I was just blasting Prodigy. You know what I mean? As soon as I found out, the first thing I did, I was like, oh no, everybody got to hear Prodigy for at least an hour. You feel me? You just gonna have to be mad at me. I had that thing dumping on the porch. Wow.
I'm sure that accepted it. That was like that's real hip hop. This shit that's coming up with now, no.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, dude. Like, I got a question. Do you, in today's era, do y'all like any artists that, like, I'm talking about relatively new artists that's really going to leave like an impact like that? Like,
no. The only person I can think of that he's not really new is Kendrick Lamar. He's dope. Like anybody else so far, I like these new cats, these little kids with these stupid ass names. No. 22 Savage. No.
I just think it's more so like to today's music. It's more like popcorn or microwave music. You know what I mean? It's like. It's good for the moment. Make sense. Yeah, I just don't feel like the music that people making now is going to last a lifetime. You know what I mean? Like you listen to us, like we get back and we could name songs from, you know, that classic timeless songs.
Yeah.
We just talk about Mobb Deep and Prodigy. Like it's time. They got timeless songs.
Yes.
And nowadays, it's like when I listen to the music, it's not timeless to me.
Yeah, because you can't think of a time when you listen to that shit and that was like that's like saying that Donnell, not that it's rap, but Donnell Jones, that not even Donnell Jones, what is it? Carl Thomas.
Yeah.
You like, come on, everybody know what was like what they was doing that summer and that shit, like whether like spring into summer it came out, we was look, you was into that shit. Like even Donnell Jones, where I want to be. Come on, y'all know that. Like you can go to like more money, more problems. That wasn't all that. Like it wasn't like, come on, like wasn't the one that great, but it was that song that you know where you was when it came out. You knew that was the shit. Like even Quiet Storm or like the Locks, like or Annie Up, MOP.
Somebody calling in? Is somebody trying to call in?
No, that's my phone. That's my personal phone.
Oh.
You didn't hear that? Oh, wow. I didn't know it was that loud. But, yeah, like those types of songs. Those songs, you know, like, come on. Those are classic songs that everybody knows. Like, how can you not know that? It's like even a stupid-ass song like Wanna Be a Baller. That was stupid as hell, but I bet everybody know it.
Did you watch the BET Awards?
I watched. Now, I was here for New Edition. I showed up for New Edition. Everybody else, not so much.
I ain't watched none of it. I
only watched it because it was on, and when New Edition came on, you know, I was up there just doing all the dances from the song.
I just watched my boy, the red carpet. My boy Joe Button got into it with the Migos.
Oh yes, I saw the clip from that, and then did you watch the clip of his show?
Yeah. I watched. He got his own part. They do about the everyday struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got his own podcast too, called the Joe Button Podcast. That's a little bit more like raw and uncut.
Yeah.
Like, he was talking about it on there too. So Joe don't get no fucks.
Yeah, he don't. He said it though. He's like, who the fuck are they? They ain't nobody. He said, it's fucking deep ass niggas. I was like, Joe, I'm with you. Joe, I'm with you. Cause how you gonna get up on there supposed to talk on my show? You ain't fucking talking.
All y'all got on blouses.
Yeah, no, but no, you know what? That meme when they remade that shit with Charlie Murphy talking about Prince. I swear to God, I was dying because you know they showed Prince and them with their blouses, then they showed them standing. I'm like, these niggas got blouses on, because I didn't even realize that when I first saw the first clip. I'm like, what? Wait a minute, let me go see that clip because I didn't know.
Oh, you got to see the bid with a split screen with the Isley brothers back in the day. I was like, oh man, like they was killing them boys, man. It was killing them boys.
And that one comment that I don't know, is he on your line? Maybe I don't know.
I think we might have lost Willie.
I think we might have lost Willie. Willie, where you at? Getting jiggy with it. He getting jiggy with it.
Yeah.
He getting jiggy with it. That's what he's doing. Willie, we jealous. Not during show hours. You take that after 11:30. You can do what you want now. No, but yeah, these people out here now, like these, like I was at Cigar Sundays and we went to the smokehouse afterwards, and not this past Sunday, but the one before. And I don't know who the fuck video this was. This nigga had like the worst ever special effects ever. I'm like, first of all, we in 2017. Why the fuck is your video looking like that? You shouldn't have the video. And then I'm trying to figure out who this little kid is, and they telling me I don't know who. Like this is how I don't give a fuck about these niggas. I don't know who the little dude was, but yeah, his whole team the video, the shit would look like it was just the worst video ever. It was worse than the white girl's video. Like that's what I'm talking. Like this stupid shit. Like Bruno Mars just got a video out for that strawberry shrimp. That nigga's in the video by himself, and he got a little shit popping up. That video was better than what the fuck these motherfuckers was doing. They had they had a girl in an astronaut costume, looked like she was floating, but it was the worst green screen ever. Like it was stupid. I need to find out who the fuck that was, because it pissed me off. And then the video after that, they had the girl shaking her back because it wasn't her ass. She didn't have one. Like, you're going to have a video girl, at least let her have, like, dude, everybody, make her have a big ass and look disrespectfully crazy and just be wobbling all over the place. This bitch is wholly shaking her crack, and y'all rapping, like, pointing to her like she doing something. No. Why? Who in the low-budget shit is this? Why? Why are we doing this? I need to know. I need an answer. So, yeah, I don't know what. Not only are they whack, regardless, for their names and their song content, because I know what the hell they're saying. Stupid, it don't make sense, But then on top of that, you got a dumbass, stupid-ass video that's low-budget as hell. Because you probably was doing Molly's and Percocets all day and thought that this shit would look crazy and it looked fucking stupid. These motherfuckers is modern-day crackheads thinking that their video is hot. Somebody, and their friends too hot to tell them that it looks stupid.
I think the standards for music has gotten lower. You know what I mean? I think, you feel me, it's just, all it is now is you need a hot beat, say something catchy, repeat it, and you got a hit.
Yeah, like that mask off. I don't know who sings it, like Molly Percocet, something.
Yeah, Molly Percocet.
I'm like, first of all, why he saying Molly's and Percocet? Like, what is? And I can't listen to the song. The beat is hot. The beat is sick. I need to know what's going on. I need to go to lyrics.com and get the lyrics and try to figure out what's happening, because I want to know why he's saying Molly's and Percocet. Like, why are you promoting drugs and then saying mask off? Like, it's like something. I don't know what he's saying, but maybe I'm getting old. I'm 34. I don't know. Like, maybe I feel like I'm my mom back in the Army. That's really crazy. But, like, this shit, I don't know what the fuck it is. Because I was on my drugs all day. Like, y'all just, like, hip-hop is a struggle. Where they came from and where they are now. Now it went to that, to fast cars, bitches, and hoes. And now it's going to Pop and Molly and Percocets and all this other shit. Like, I don't know. Like, there's one song. Remember the one song that tell people how to do drugs, how to cut up coke? I'm like, this is, I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening with music as a whole. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I need to know as a parent, because our kids are growing up to this.
Well, show about to end. We'd like to thank everybody for listening. You feel me? All our listeners that have been here for 2 years. Got a lot in store for y'all. So
yeah.
Pay attention to the glow up. Watch how we're gonna take this thing to another level.
Yes, yeah, it's about to be on and popping. I can't believe it, so I just shot.
Oh, y'all know where y'all can catch me at kingstruth.com. You can catch me on Snapchat at KingsTruth, on Twitter at eTrentonGrooming. You feel me? Just Google me. I'm everywhere.
Yes, and y'all catch me. I am Sunny_D, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. On my personal blog, unreservedlyme.com. Hit up Willie Styles. He's on. Just Google Willie Styles, you'll find him. I mean, he's everywhere. He got everything.
Styles with a Z.
Yes,
Styles with a Z.
Definitely. JRose609. Even though I'm gonna cuss him out when I see him. His social, he's social. Our third year will be better. Definitely, we learned this last 2 years. This third year got to be greater and better. Definitely more content, a lot of stuff. Oh,
you know what it is. Catch us in 7 days, people. Salute.
Yes. Good night, and follow us. Look us up on Google. Go to our website www.gscradioshow.com. Everything's on there. See you guys.
YouTube.
Good night. Oh, YouTube, Snapchat, SoundCloud, not Snapchat, shit. SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music. We everywhere. YouTube. Bye, guys.
Deuces.
Right now at Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory, save 50 to 70% off everything in stores and online. That's right, 50 to 70% off everything. Celebrate the 4th with dresses from $19.99 at Banana Republic Factory. And at Gap Factory stores, tees start at $4.99. Plus, save an extra 40% off clearance. Sale ends Tuesday. Search our store locator for your nearest Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory store or shop us online. Right now at Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory, save 50 to 70% off everything in stores and online. That's right, 50 to 70% off everything. Celebrate the 4th with dresses from $19.99 at Banana Republic Factory. And at Gap Factory stores, tees start at $4.99. Plus, save an extra 40% off clearance. Sale ends Tuesday. Search our store locator for your nearest Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory store or shop us online.